All right, today we have a pair of $220 running sneakers that I wanted to try out because I'm a fan of some of the other products that Asics offers. But this is the SUPERBLAST, which is the kind of premium running sneaker on the market. One of the many from Asics. Actually, they have quite a few with the metas and all sorts of stuff. But this is the one that definitely drew my attention because I am a fan of this model right here, the NOVABLAST 3. This is the third version of the NOVABLAST, and they keep getting better and better. This is the SUPERBLAST, and I was very interested in this because it has FF Turbo, but it also does have the FF Blast Plus on the bottom of the shoe. So it has a dual density foam on here. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys kind of my thoughts on this shoe. Is it worth buying or not at that $220 price point? Pretty hefty, to be honest, when you can get these ones for $140. And I'll do a little bit of a comparison between both of these sneakers in this video. But hopefully you guys find this one informative, and let's go ahead and get into the video. So some tech information from Asics. This is called the SUPERBLAST. It is the newest hero of the Blast series. It creates a lightweight and responsive ride that makes it functional for long runs, tempo runs, and everything in between. This shoe's upper construction features an asymmetrical mesh design. It features different colors on the medial and lateral angles of the shoe for visual interest. The midsole features combination of FF Blast Plus and FF Blast Turbo cushioning, also used in the METASPEED racing model. This foam helps create one of the lightest and bounciest running experiences and has a Jacquard woven upper and improved airflow to keep your feet cool. It has a heel stabilizer that helps support your foot and create more balanced strides, and a gusseted tongue wing fit system that improves your midfoot and reduces tongue sliding. So the FF Blast Turbo improves compression and creates responsive feel underfoot, and the FF Blast Plus provides lightweight, impact absorption, and a responsive rebound. Trampoline-inspired outsole design and provides a more responsive bounce back. It has an AHAR Plus rubber outsole and improves the outsole durability. Anyways, my first impressions out of the box on feet, it definitely feels really, really nice. It feels lightweight. Definitely is something different than I'm used to with the FF Turbo. It kind of reminds me of like the Nike Zoom X, where it's a little bit of a lighter foam, almost hollow, styrofoamy sort of, which the Invincible Run kind of gives me that feel when I'm walking around, like that weird, I don't know how to describe it, but it like feels hollow on feet when you're wearing it, which is kind of a thing that you get used to as you're wearing them around. Obviously, the Invincible Run is an incredibly comfortable shoe, and this shoe offers very, very similar feel on feet. It is a little bit more narrow than the Invincible Run on the back, but honestly, something that is nice is the forefoot is really, really wide, same as the NOVABLAST, and it's something that is kind of necessary when you have this massive of a stack of foam on the midsole. And companies are getting really smart the way they're creating these super foams on a lot of these runners now, because they have the right dimensions to make it so it's a more just balanced ride as you're walking around and running around. It's not ultra narrow in the heel, made just for a gazelle-like strides forward. These are made now so you can actually run in them and run like a marathon if you want, but you can also go to the grocery store and something like these as well. It's something that is very well balanced and something that you can wear and consume on a daily basis, which is definitely more along the lines of my channel. It's more of a lifestyle side of things. It's not the runner channel, and I know it's a running shoe, so for those people that are watching that are runners, I apologize. But if you guys have tried these from a running perspective and you guys really like them, leave comments, pros and cons of what you like about the model from on the running side. But I'm covering this from a casual for those wondering. Now, before I get into the direct comparison with the NOVABLAST, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be wondering, especially that watch this channel, how do these stack up next to the Super Comp trainers from New Balance? The price point is $180 on these. This is $40 more. And to be honest, I mean, I definitely rock with New Balance a lot. It really is going to be a preference thing on whether or not you like Asics more than New Balance and the style and everything else. But the stack heights are massive on both of them. These are definitely both max cushion shoes, something that will probably be featured on the channel more in the future as 2023 progresses. But this thing is pretty nice on feet. I honestly feel that the fuel cell is a little bit softer on feet, and I like the overall feel of the fuel cell on feet better. I don't like the hollowness of the FF Turbo necessarily. Overall, though, they're both really, really good on feet. You can't really go wrong with either. If budget is somewhat of a concern, the $180 difference versus a $220 is obviously better value than something like this. But if you like the style of this one better and price isn't much of an issue, then you could go with either pair. Overall feeling on feet felt very, very similar. I would say that the New Balance is probably slightly more breathable and a little bit softer on feet overall. They both have a toe up and they both have some sort of a little mild rocking sensation on the shoe, which is interesting because this does have the arc plate in it. This one does not have any plate at all, but they did feel very, very similar there as well. Overall, I would recommend either of them, but my favorite of the two is going to be this one. This this is just the one that I've just beat up and absolutely love everything about this one. So is it worth spending the $220 over the $140 on these? Honestly, it's going to be a very close race between both of these as well. I broke down some of the metrics that I'm going to be covering for you guys in this video because there's a couple things about this shoe I actually like better than this one, but honestly, this one has a bigger stack height. You sit higher off the ground. It is more responsive. It is bouncier on feet, and if you like that feeling, of course I do, then this is a better option. But it's not to say that this is a bad option, and considering like an $80 savings, like it's pretty much a no-brainer that this is a really, really good option. So first off, one thing that I like better about the NOVABLAST than the SUPERBLAST, the heel collar back here is super, super soft and very plush. I love the way that they integrated it on this shoe, as well as the Gel Nimbus 24. I have seen that the Gel Nimbus 25s are going to be coming out soon. I will be comparing the 24s to the 25s. As soon as I get the 25s, they look really, really nice as well. But I do like the heel comfort and the heel collar here better than on the other pair. Also, one thing that I was very surprised by, they actually weigh exactly the same amount. I'm a men's 9.5. These do fit true to size for those wondering, and they weigh both 8.7 ounces each. Honestly, it was a little bit surprised. I thought that the Super would weigh a little bit less considering the price jump, but you also do have a way, way bigger stack of foam. Regardless, they're both 8.7 ounces though. Super, super nice. So getting into the comparison a little bit deeper, 220 versus 140, both true to size. As for stability on both of these shoes, I would give these like a 7.6. And these is 7.5, which is pretty high ratings, again, for a comfort sneaker with max cushion stacks on the butts. But honestly, the way that they engineered the midsoles, you squish around on the heel, it squishes left to right really, really heavily, but you don't feel like it's going to like fold and break and buckle like you do like from basketball shoes that are so rigid and so stiff. They're so soft and flexible that the foam flexes as you kind of compress left to right on both of the models, leaving you really nice and secure feeling. I gave the slight edge to the NOVABLAST though because of the smaller stack of foam comparison to the Super. Breathability on both of these are really, really good. I would say that the Super definitely has better breathability, but NOVABLAST is very good as well. I would say 8.5, breathability 8.7. I would say the traction is kind of where both of these models are lacking a little bit. I did get a rock stuck in this pair already, and I've only worn them outside a handful of times, but really the traction patterns are very, very minimal on both pairs, and the foam is a little bit more exposed on the Super than it is on the Nova. So I would give the traction a 7 out of 10. And then a 6.8 out of 10. But for those people that have ran in these long distances, and how is the traction holding up for you guys long term, leave some comments and let other people know. Overall comfort rating, this is where it gets fun because both of these are beasts. Honestly, 9 out of 10 for the NOVABLAST, very, very good. And I would give a 9.2 to the SUPERBLAST. Honestly, very, very close to the SuperComps, but I gave the SuperComp the edge only because I like the feel of the foam better. This foam, again, feels a little bit hollow, and because of it, it's not as squishy feeling, but it's still obviously very, very good. Especially for runners, I'm sure the FF Turbo just compresses and releases and bounces back really, really well, but I'm a sucker for the feel, so man, it's really good stuff. So overall total score is 32.2 and 32.1. These two are really neck and neck for just overall experience on feet. That's a pretty good sign for the NOVABLAST at $140 versus the Super at that $220 price point. Again, both great option. If you guys want to buy either of them, I will link them in the description. Take you over to Asics or Champs and stuff and be able to buy either of the pairs. Honestly though, Asics is bringing some heat with some really, really nice super foam sneakers. And even though I paid $220 for this one, it was really nice to be able to try and wear and compare to the lower tiered model, because honestly, it's really like TVs as I've compared to in the past. Like technology has gone so good. My casual eyes look at the TVs and go, both of them look really good. That's kind of the same vibe that you get here, and the difference is $80. And so whichever one is more lucrative to you at the price points, if you like the higher end model and you want something a little bit better, this is a little bit better, and it is definitely higher end. Something you can casual as well, something I enjoy with a very nice max cushion on this one. 140 is a really great price point, and you get a lot of bang for your buck in this guy right here. I did want to say that I do prefer the tongue on the Nimbus Gel 24 over both of the other tongues though, because this one is like knit and very soft, stretchy. They really did this one right. Hopefully they kept it the same on the 25s. I will have a review on the 25s coming soon, so subscribe, check back on the channel. All in all, there's some really great options for footwear out there, and hopefully you guys are finding the channel helpful and informative for you guys making your decisions on which ones you're going to casual and buy for your feet. Appreciate you all for stopping by and watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, subscribe if you guys are new. If you guys are interested in buying any of the 4 that I've showed you guys in the video, I'll even include the New Balance link over in the description of the video. If you guys use my link, I do get a small affiliate kickback as well, which does help support the channel. It's greatly appreciated when you guys do that. Dropping a like also goes a long way. If you guys found the video informative, share it with somebody that that is interested in some of these things as well. But if you guys have any other feedback, please leave some comments in the comment section for other people, and much appreciated for stopping by and watching. Hopefully we'll see you back for some more videos. All right, peace guys.